This is a little different setup. You can still see my background, but I'm not framing the shot or anything. I just want to do a quick video. Um, Yesterday, I posted a TikTok about being weird that I have a 1 o'clock appointment on Wednesday. It's an hour away, and Provider Ride in their infinite wisdom decided my pickup time should be 10:30. And I posted it. Didn't think anything would come of it. I thought I'd probably get a couple of likes, whatever. But I got 3 different people, and I can't find the comments are gone because I made it so only friends could see it now. Because 3 different people came in and were like, "So you're getting a ride for free and you're complaining about it? Typical American." Disgusting, or at least that was one person. The other person basically said the same thing but didn't mention disgusting or that you being American or whatever. Another lady came in and was like, something about, so you're complaining about a free ride provided to you by taxpayers' money, blah, blah, blah. I came back with several examples of like, well, is it okay for a cancer patient who has used the same services as me to be left outside after their appointment for at least a couple hours waiting for the ride to show up that either doesn't show up or, doesn't arrive for a couple of hours, or to be dropped off, for them to be dropped off before their appointment at the wrong side of the facility and just left there and stranded there because nobody's able to get a hold of them for at least an hour. Because those are real comments that have been left on some of the company's pages online. Those are some of the reviews, and somebody came back with, "That's not what you were complaining about. You were complaining about them picking you up too early." I'm like, I'm just giving you another example, asking if you think it's okay for them to complain about it. Because it's the same companies doing that as well, not just picking me up early. Somebody else asked if I was the only one that they transport. I don't think they were being malicious. I just think they were asking because they didn't come back with anything else after I answered them. I said that I don't think the companies that transport wheelchair users are allowed to transport other wheelchair users at the same time. And a lot of times the vehicle isn't even big enough for 2 wheelchairs. So, they might have somebody to pick up after they drop me off. So that's what I said. They never responded back to that. So I don't think they were being malicious, just asking a question. These other people just coming back with how entitled I am to complain about a free ride. I'm like, I am being provided services by a company who is being paid by somebody to transport me to and from my home to the facility and back. If something is not going according to the way it should, like me waiting for an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes, which that was last week when I went for blood work. The first day I got there an hour early and my doctor's office wasn't even open, so I had to wait in the main part of the hospital for them to open. And then I ended up not being able to get my blood drawn from the lab tech in my doctor's office. I had to go to the other side of the hospital and get it done in the laboratory. I was done by almost 9 o'clock. It was like 8:45 or something like that. And I waited an hour and 20 minutes, and then I had to go back on Friday because they screwed something up with my blood work and I had to get some of it redone. I waited an hour and 40 minutes after my appointment that day. Apparently, I shouldn't complain that my rides are constantly late picking me up from my home or from the facility, or, being stranded on a vehicle with a strange man, the driver, and him being very, very lost, and me not getting home until after dark when my appointment ended at 2:30. I'm not allowed to complain about that because I get the ride for free. Yeah, according to these people. So Mom and Lizzie joined, and I made the mistake of saying something to Lizzie, and she, of course, told Mom. So they jumped in, but by the time Mom jumped in, I had already switched it over to only friends can view it. So those people couldn't comment anymore. So she was commenting on comments that weren't there anymore. I think her and Lizzie could still see them somehow, but I couldn't. Or could I at that point? I can't now. They're gone now. Because I was going to screenshot them for this video, but they're gone now. Originally, I just like turned off the comments and made sure they couldn't stitch or duet, which they couldn't because it ran over the allotted amount of time. Anyway, there was no way to change it so that they couldn't save the video though. So a little while later is when I decided to make it so only friends could see it. And I turned the comments back on. So then maybe that's why they could see the comments, because I turned them back on. I ended up blocking those 3 people. Yeah. So apparently, I'm not allowed to complain when things like that happen. I'm on a stranger's vehicle, an hour away from my home. I'm not allowed to complain when things like that happen. Yep.